Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. We're gonna do some reviews today, but before I start I wanna first call out Resist the Pain. Man, you asked me for a review a week ago. You made a comment today or yesterday that you asked me for a review a month ago. First of all, that's not true. So please don't be so how do you say that? Like in my face. I'm trying to help out. You're not the only one I'm helping, so please make sure that you don't be angry with me because it takes a bit longer. And besides that, you sent the request, but then I wanted to accept you and I had 50 friends in your friend list. Like, I can't do anything about that. Right now I don't have a request, so I can't do your review. I've been trying to do it the last, like yesterday when I made reviews. I tried to do it. Also send you a message. Now I send a message again. So when you see that, please reply and resend your request so I can do you, man. And be a little bit patient with me. I can't do everything every day. As like when you ask me, like I have other stuff to do as well. Okay. Besides that, I want to tell you guys that this video is gonna be the last review video on this way. After all the reviews that come in, like today, I'll tell them that I'll tell everyone that I will do the reviews. I won't do the reviews until the website is up, because when the website is up, I'm gonna shift all the reviewing to the website, and I will ask my guild for help, because I cannot keep up with all the reviews that are being asked. Like I just posted a video doing like 8 people or 6, I don't know exactly how many, but and now I got 8 again. Like that's in one day. So I need to be I can't do this every day. Like today I have some time to do it again, but to do these reviews, but I wasn't planning on doing reviews every day. So what I want to tell you guys is that anyone that watched this video and wants a review, I will just tell you that you have to wait till the website is there, and then you can get your questions asked there. Okay, let's get started. Ryhandred, he had a question. Hey, I've been around this channel for a long time and followed your tutorials. You helped me when my team was a bit crap. I fixed it up. It fixed it up quite some, but I'm wondering on how to even get better, especially what arena offense should be to get Conqueror 2. Currently at Conqueror 1. A question I would have is, I take a 6-star speed rune of Megan or Bella. Should I take a 6 speed rune of Megan or Bella? Let's just look at your units, because I'm not 100% sure where we're at. So you want to become Conqueror 2. I think most of that is gonna be in your runes. Not sure what your setup is right now. It's probably been a while since I saw your units. I'm not 100% sure what you run right now. Beretta, Jojo, Megan, Bernard, or Chloe, or Amon. I don't know. Beretta. I guess you're running Beretta, Jojo, Megan. Well, Megan is also not ruined completely. What are you running? It could be me, but I'm not sure what you're running right now. I would assume Beretta, Jojo, Megan, and Chloe, something in that order. Maybe you did some units a bit different. Well, To get you to Conqueror 2, it's going to be more your runes than anything else. Like your Jojo is probably pretty well runed and all that, but these two runes can be upgraded to plus 15 eventually. That will help you quite a bit when it comes to damage. Same goes for Beretta. Some of the runes might be still a bit weak. And I think actually a team setup Beretta, Jojo, Cases, Amon wouldn't even be that bad. Now I think of it. Have you ever tried that? Beretta, Jojo, Cases, Amon? This is a bit of a match that you will, or a team that would live a bit longer. Because the Cases protects you against all the incoming damage. Jojo is there for the bombs and killing them. Even without a buff, he should do fine. And together with Beretta with her AoE, that's actually not a bad setup. I don't know if you use that exactly that exact lineup right now, but that might be a good thing to try out, because with Amon in there you could definitely prolong your matches, and that's good. Also, I would suggest running up your Chloe completely and making this plus 15. That would give you not a bad unit, and then you could take Chloe instead of a Cases, for example, and then make your guys immune, which is pretty good. I think that's even better. And take Amon, or take Megan. It's also a possibility. Depends on the opposing team. Like if they have a Chloe themselves, it's going to be hard with Jojo. So then you might want to switch something around. So that's something you have to take into account. I don't know really. What should I say? Like you should told me like question I have is who it's not really written correctly. Who should I take a 6-star speed rune of, Megan or Belladon? So you want to take a 6 speed rune of Megan or Belladon? I would go and take the speed rune of Megan, to be honest, and then stop using Megan, because that's what I would do. Even though Megan is above her, Megan is not really strong, and for a longer match you want to have more survivability, and the fact that Jojo has flying cards that disturbs the enemy HP makes it that you can easily focus down one unit. If you would, for example, make the setup Beretta, Jojo, Chloe and Belladon, this would be pretty good, because then you could just dispel one guy, put a debuff on him, and as soon as the immunity falls off you can put on bombs. Also, what I would suggest is start putting some Devilmons into Jojo, because if you could increase his skills, especially the first two, last one as well, but all of them, it would help you a lot, man. It's the fact that you're not Conqueror 2 yet is mostly in the runes and the skills, because I don't think many of your units are skilled up at all. So that makes a big difference. Well, this unit is fully skilled. Guess you worked on her first. And this one, okay, you got skills up, but these two are definitely Jojo is worth skilling up. Guess you, yeah, I see you worked on different units, but I would try to work on your Jojo as well. I think you can leave Chloe for the time being. You could finish her, that's not a problem, but you got the Fanatic, which is the most important. And Belladon you can just do it with other Inugamis that you get. I think that would be a decent setup. Also with a defense break, Jojo will still hit pretty hard when it comes to his first skill and a third skill. The bombs will hit a bit less hard, but I think that's not a big deal. You could also, like if you make Chloe the fastest, right, then Megan doesn't have to be as fast anymore. So that's why I would take off the rune of Megan, because you can still use her after that. You just need to rune her up with Swift and then just HP, HP, or HP accuracy, something like that would be actually good. That's what I would do. Take off that rune for Chloe. Or actually you have a... Wait, is it Baladon then that needs the rune? You have the 6-star rune on both, so I'm not 100% sure which... Well, definitely try to get one more Swift rune then. I don't think you need to take off any runes, so why would you want to do that? I might have misunderstood your question, but this is a 6-star rune, this is a 6-star rune, and this is a 6-star speed rune. So I don't really see why you told me that you want to take off anything. What I would do is make sure that this Swift set is complete. Make sure that his Swift set is complete. And rune up, make sure that Baladon is ready to use. I think he is ready to use. So, and then try out to set up Beretta, Jojo, Chloe, Baladon as well, or just instead of Baladon, if you don't need the damage, and if you don't need the heals, with Megan, or try out these 4 together. That might actually be a decent setup as well. Stuff like that. I think a defense break would help you a lot, and a dispel, so that's why I think Baladon is going to be great. But I think the most important part right now is to get the runes that are good to plus 15, get the skills up so he does more damage, and get the runes on all the other units that you use, just upgrade it. Like Megan is for some reason not finished, and she has 2 runes that are not upgraded. Same goes for Chloe, she misses a rune. And this speed rune is still not plus 15. I understand it costs money, but that's what you should do. Same goes for the other units. So I don't really have too much to add what you're doing. I think if you upgrade the skills and upgrade the runes a little bit, you should be doing better, and try out a few new setups that I told you. I don't know if you tried out of all of them, but you cannot win the game with just one setup. It helps to have one good setup, but when you finally have some more monsters, you can definitely switch out a few things here and there. Okay, this was your review. I'll be right back with the next review. Okay, I'm back with Skandaria, Sandra. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is actually funny. This is the girlfriend of another subscriber of mine, and he wrote me that he wanted a review, and after a few comments I noticed that he actually already got the review, but he didn't know that I already posted it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna review his girlfriend right now because she had the question as well, and after that I'll do him. Just a quick overlook on his units. I'm not gonna review the whole thing. If he added me already, I'm not sure if he's still on my. I think he should be, but I'm not sure yet. But we'll see. Let's see what the lady asked. She wants to know which units she needs to focus on her rune tip. So let's just see what she has. She's level 26. We got the rogue, pretty good begin unit. Also Seek, pretty nice. Grim Reaper, I don't really see too much potential in her. Since you have some great units already, I would not focus on the Fire Grim Reaper. Michelle, the Wind Epicon Priest. She's okay, but I would not focus on her because I see you have a Wind Undine. The Wind Undine is a lot better. I'll just go over the monsters that I think you should focus on. That may be a bit easier to understand. Otherwise, I just go from the one to the other spot. So, okay, I'll do that. I'll just say which unit you should keep, and I'm not saying that you throw away the other units, but just where you wanna keep and then I will tell you which one you should focus on. Okay, Rogue keep, Seek is a keep, the Wind Undine is a keep, the Aemon is a keep, the Water Dead Knight is a keep, the Water Undine is a keep, the Vagabond is a keep, the Fairy Queen is a keep. I think Ramagos the Warbear, you should just keep him, probably not work on him, but just keep him. And do you have any other units that I... No, okay. Okay, so the Vagabond and the Fairy Queen and the Ramagos are very good units, Warbear. So definitely keep them. So let's put together a team for you. Like, or not a team, more like a focus group. What I would focus on is the Undine now. Try to get her awakened at some point and rune her up. I will tell the runes after I discussed which units you should use. So the Wind Undine is something I would focus on. Should I go with Aemon? Now, Wind Undine, the Water Dead Knight, I think he's pretty awesome for you to use. Has good skills and all that. Definitely a unit you wanna use. The Water Undine, I wouldn't focus on her right now, but I would definitely keep her. I would definitely focus on the Vagabond and on the Fairy Queen actually. So your team setup will probably be Rogue, Wind Undine, Water Dead Knight, the Vagabond and the Fairy Queen. That's for dungeons. I think this is a pretty well-rounded team. You got the immunity and a heal. You get damage from Rogue and a defense buff. You got a heal disturb and then a weakening skill. And also another harmful effect remover. You have the damage mitigations and you got a healer that buffs your attack. So I think that's a pretty heavy support team, but also a pretty strong team that can do basically anything when they're good enough, the units. So let's go over the runes for these units. Rogue, you got him Fatal Blade, that's perfectly fine. I would not do anything else, to be honest. The Wind Undine, I like if you look at his or her skills, she removes all harmful effects and grants you immunity for 2 turns and also recovers you, and she put another enemy on cooldown, and this is not that interesting, and she has a leader skill. Okay, but the fact that she is a support unit and can remove harmful effects means that you kind of want to have high resistance on her. So what I would suggest is to rune her up with Endure and Energy runes, and then just make it 2 will be HP percent, 4 will be HP percent, and 6 will be HP percent. That's what I would rune him up, or her. Because you want to make, like, the Endure set is gonna give you some more resistance. You want to make this unit a bit high in resistance, so she can always save the other units. The Dead Knight, you rune them up with full energy. I think that's fine for now. The accuracy rune, I think I will agree on that as well. Even though your accuracy is a bit low, you might want to consider making one set focus. The reason for that, then you will have a bit more. Try to, like, for example, try to the 3 and the 5 slot. Try to make these two a focus set. Then he will have a bit more accuracy. I think when he's awakened he got even more. But then you make sure that he always hits his debuffs, his harmful effects, and that's pretty good. Also, the Water Dead Knight is pretty useful of having some sort of resistance, but if you make sure that Water Undine has that, you don't need it on your Dead Knight anymore. Then about the Vagabond, I would make him, I think, all energy and an HP percent on all the slots, 2, 4 and 6. That's probably the best you can do. The Fairy Queen, if I'm correct, she heals off attack power, so this is a bit of an awkward unit when it comes to runing, but I would suggest to rune her with Fatal Energy and then have 1 attack percent rune, 1 HP rune and 1 speed rune. I don't think you need the speed, but I think it's nice to have her being one of the faster units, so she can use Fairy Blessing right off the bat to increase your attack power. So I would do speed, HP and attack, and then Fatal Energy. So the units that I didn't mention, like Sieg, Aemon and the Water Undine and the Remagos, they're all very good units, but I suggest you not to use them, or not to focus on them at least, because they're just like, you have enough other units you want to focus on. Also, I think units you want to keep are the Lizardman, the water one, he's actually pretty good, and the Bounty Hunter, the water one, he's also pretty good, so keep those as well. I think Tigras and the Fire Satyr, you can definitely use them, and they're not bad, but I think you have better units in overall. And I think the setup that I just talked about, so Rogue, Wind Undine, Water Dead Knight, Vagabond and the Fairy Queen, are kind of all around pretty well. They will work pretty well and the team will be pretty damn tanky, and that makes it pretty good to do all the kind of stuff late game as well. So that's what I would advise you to do. Let me know if this was helpful. I hope I covered everything, I'm not 100% sure. So now I'm gonna check if I can find your boyfriend, if he's still on my friend list, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with Audutrix, that's the boyfriend. He's level 30, a little bit higher than his girlfriend, and I actually already went over his account before, so what I'm doing right now is just look over his units real quick and see what he's working on, and if I see something that's not correct, I would advise him on that. If it's possible, on who to 6-star, that's one of the questions he had, and if I would say what to 6-star first, I think Julian is definitely a good unit to 6-star first. It's a good unit, has a really nice effect of crowd controlling, so I definitely suggest you to pick up Julian there. I see you got a Jasun, really insane unit. You might wanna I think that's fine actually. I was thinking about maybe giving him more resist, but she has some resistance from herself already, so it's not really needed right now. Especially not because you're level 30, like later on you will definitely rune her differently. Like all energy is just basically a good build for starting, because you make your units a lot more beefy, makes it easier to get through some of the content. I think, I'm not sure if I discussed this unit with you last time, but I would make him Swift Energy, or sorry, Swift Blade, and then attack, attack, attack. The reason why I want to make him Swift is though that he can be faster than the rest of the units. He might already be faster than the rest of the units, but maybe if your runes are on the units get better, I would definitely switch this unit out for Swift Blade. But right now it's fine because I think he's the fastest unit on the team right now, so it's not a big deal. I see you have a Wind Succubus. I think she is decent for a leader skill mostly. because she gives, if I'm correct, she gives resistance. But it's only in arena, so it's not really gonna help too much when it comes to dungeons. So I don't really think she's the best. I like Aemon. It looks like you still need to get his crit up eventually, but I understand that you're not working on it. Chasun is so much better than anything else. I see you got the Darien and the Belladon and the Fairy Queen. Everyone got the Fairy Queen. These units are all really good, so you want to probably make them 5 stars eventually. I would actually make those 3 units 5 star. Maybe Aemon over Fran, but before you actually start making a 6 star. But I definitely think Julian should be your first 6 star, because he just provides you with a lot of damage, and that makes it that, yeah, having him as your first 6 star probably helps you out the most. So I just did a quick overview look. It looks like you're doing great, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, because you actually are doing a good job. You know what you're working on, so keep doing that. And if there's anything you need help with, just let me know. Right now I'm not going to do more reviews on the account, but I can help you maybe in the comment section. So okay, be right back with the next review. Okay, I'm back with SoMisterQ. Mr. Q. He had a pretty global question, if I may ask. Can you also give me an opinion on my monsters and review them? So what I'm gonna do is just check out his monsters and give my opinion on how they're ruined, and then he doesn't have that many monsters, so I guess I can just check them all. You got your first 6 star Julian. I think that's a wise decision. It's a good unit. I really like him, and you're working on his skills, so good job. You got him Fatal Blade. I do agree with you. I think what you want to do, actually I'm gonna say this right now. I see you have 43%, so 43%. So this skill will be fine, and this skill is a bit low. Like the crit rate is a little bit low, so it might be useful to actually have a Seek to buff up for your Julian. But I understand you have a Megan, so I'm not sure if you should do that. I think you just want to try to fix some more crit rate on some of the runes. Like this is a pretty nice rune, but it has no crit rate, so maybe that's a possibility. There's a 6 star, not really. Yeah, this rune you should be able to replace with like 8 crit rate instead of the crit damage. That would be nice. And this rune might be replaced with another attack rune at some point with crit rate substats, because you want him to have a little bit higher crit rate, so he is more reliable, because you kind of want to go over the 50% crit rate. But overall the unit is good. You ruined him up fine, and I think it's a perfect candidate that you made a 6 star first, so that's good. Then we got Rogue. I would keep him at 5 stars for now. I never made him to 6 stars. I see a lot of people do that, but I don't think it's needed. You could do it, but then you just need to like the unit a lot. I didn't like him as much as some other people did. He is really good at 6 star as well, so it's not a mistake or anything. I just did not like Rogue as much as some other people do. Copper, well, I got Copper. I do like him. You went for the Cookie Cutter Build defense like I did, and I really enjoy him like that. I don't think I will say too much about this unit. I think it's fine. He's really strong. Definitely a unit that you can... I know for late game you can actually rune him for Rage Guard, have high crit damage, and then he could easily do 27k, 30k hits. But this is an end game build, which is hard to do because you need really good quality runes. So right now I think this is the best way you could rune him up. We got Rena. You have really high resist, so you're doing a really good job at what the heck you need to do. Like really To be honest, with you, I would take these runes off Rina and would put them on the Water Dead Knight. Like I would put all the runes from her on the Water Dead Knight and stop using Rina and start using the Water Dead Knight. Because the Water Dead Knight has overall more useful skills, and the rune set for Rina and for the Water Dead Knight are basically the same. And I think Rina is not the best support healer. You didn't invest any kind of skills up in her, so that's good. So what I would do is just pick up all the runes from Rina and put them on your Water Dead Knight and start using them. I think you summoned this lately because it's level 1 and you didn't ruin them or anything, but that's what I would do. So if you do that, I think the Water Dead Knight would be a good addition to your team. Then we got Megan. I think you ruined him perfectly fine as well. Yeah, I just can't say, like, the runes are fine. I understand that he that you want to try to search for the substats on light speed, but I understand that that's not always possible right off the bat. So, but try to look for those substat speed and try to look for a higher speed rune. Then we got Beretta. You got him high accuracy. I think you rune him for accuracy and health. Yeah. Yeah, these are just placeholders, I'm pretty sure. Try to get this as a HP rune as well then, if you're going to go on the HP route. I agree on that, to be honest, because I did the exact same. I like him a lot. Personally, I ruined him with Despair focus, but Despair might be a bit hard for you to get now, or you don't have the good runes, so definitely this is a good way to do it as well. Shannon, I don't think I have too much to say about it. I would definitely try to get a Despair set on her. Instead of Swift. It's not bad to have him on speed and make him go first, but the Despair benefits him quite a lot with Decelerate. Konamiya, you got him on Despair, which is odd, because Konamiya is actually not good on Despair. I would actually make him Swift. I see that all this rune would be perfect on this unit. You don't need the accuracy rune here, so personally I'm not sure where you use your Konamiya for, but this set, these two runes are not the greatest, but these two you could put them on Beretta, and this rune is not bad either. Like you could, I would make these two runes and find the 2 other Despair runes and 2 focus runes and rune Beretta with that, because that will benefit her the most. I would keep Shannon with the Swift runes, I guess. That's fine for now. And I would rune up Konamiya with high resistance and high health and speed. So I would rune a speed rune on 2, HP percent on 4 and HP percent on 6, and then have something like Endure and Energy, something like those sets are good for him. I would try to make him really high on resistance, because he cannot get stunned, so he can use his piece. I know your Dead Knight will be also removing harmful effects, so that's good, and since he's gonna take over the runes of Rina, he should not really get controlled either. But I could see a point that you don't use both of these in the same team. Ramagos, full energy. For now that's fine, I would just keep it like that. Fran, I would suggest Fatal energy like you have, and then have 2 or 1 HP rune depending on how strong you want to have her. But I definitely right now would put a 6-star rune, on slot 6 HP rune on Fatal. This way she should heal a decent amount. Yeah, that was it. I hope I helped you. I think you got some good runes, and you got some good stuff going on, but I would definitely get the Despair set on Beretta. and try to find maybe new runes. You could actually go with attack right away. It's not like it's bad. Like I would just put the whole set on Beretta, and maybe you can go with either HP or not, but her on attack runes is also an option. It's not like she needs HP runes. I just like her on HP, so she's less squishy. So what I would do is put the spare runes on Beretta and put the spare focus on. I would make him Koramiya with high resistance, so endure sets and energy sets. And I would put Rena runes on the Dead Knight. That's the main three things that I would do right now. Okay, this was your review. I'll be right back with the next review. Okay, we're back with Ziggzagon. His question was, could you help me on what monsters are good and runes that I should use? So let's have a look at his monsters. Okay, I'll just go over the monsters that are good and you should keep, and I'll go then over the monsters you should make a team with, you know, like that you want to focus on. So Lucia is not good enough, definitely not keep. Don't keep her. You can use her later on for one of your 6 stars. Ellen is a pretty good monster. Tyrone is really good. Copper is pretty good. Bryant is really good. Megan is really good. Zeke is pretty good. Cassandra is not really the greatest. The Rogue, or Rogue, whatever you want to call it, is good. The Firebomber seems interesting. I'm not 100% sure how good he is. Bernard is good. The Tigros, you have better units than him. Uwan is bad. Belladon is good. Shannon is good. Amon is good. The Konamiya is good. Vagabond is good. And I think the Fairy Queen is pretty useful. Also the High Elemental could be pretty decent. So now when it comes to a team, I definitely think Tyrone is always going to be your leader. He's just super good. Speed leader, and just big AoEs. So really good unit. Definitely something you want to keep. Bryant is also one of the better monsters in your team. Just a really good support unit and tank. He does have good dispels. Oh, sorry, he has good what are they? Harmful effects, and he can revive a unit, which is great. Belladon, one of the better monsters on your list as well. Together, Belladon and Bryant mix well together, because when Bryant revives somebody, they will come back with and he will balance out everyone's HP, and then if you heal with Mobilize, everyone will be back to full life. So these 3 units are very good in combination. And then you want to add one more unit. As in DPS, you would go with the Vagabond, to be honest. This would be a perfect arena defense. Tyrone, Bryant, Darian and Belladon. This would be a great defense, so I do suggest to focus on these units as well. The reason for that, they're also really good when it comes to dungeons and whatsoever. Like, they're kind of good at everything. What I would add as DPSer is actually going to be Rogue. I would add Rogue. So adding Rogue could be a good addition, but maybe the Firebomber could also be a good one. I just don't know how good he is. So I'm not sure how good the Firebomber is. I think he's actually pretty strong. So you could actually focus on him as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure with this setup, the Firebomber is not going to be a waste or anything. All the other bombers, the wind one, the water one, they're really good. So I guess the fire one could be very useful as well. I just don't know for sure. But these 5 units are things you should focus on. So let's go over them one more time. I would actually add Megan to the mix as well. Like, this is the 6th unit then. Tyrone, Bryant, Megan, Rogue or Fire Cobra Bomber, Gibraltar, Belladon, and Darien. These units I would focus on if I were you. I think if you focus on these 6 units, you have to choose which one. I think actually going with the Fire Cobra Bomber might be better because he has an AoE and overall his skills are pretty good. I just don't know how strong he can become, but I think he's definitely a better attacker for PvE. For PvP I'm not so sure. But that's up to you. Rogue is really good as well, so you can definitely go with either both. You could go with both, like one of the two. You should just pick one. I personally would go with the Fire Cobra one because I think he's cool. And I think he has potential, but nobody uses him yet, so I cannot tell you if he's good or not. So let's go over the runes. Tyrone, you got him Despair Focus, so the set is good. You went with a mixture by the looks of it. You have an attack rune here and you got an HP rune here. I think a mixture is not bad, but I would rune him a little bit different. The Despair Focus is fine, but I would make this a speed rune, make this an HP rune, and make this an attack rune then. I think that is a bit better than how you did it right now. So this HP, this speed, this attack. Then for Bryant you went with full energy. I think it's okay, but I prefer him with Despair energy. And then HP percent on 2, 4 and 6. All HP, but then just Despair energy. Reason for Despair energy is because he has the AoE, and I personally have the most annoyance when he has Despair on him in arena. Like if they have Violent, I don't really mind, but if they have Despair, it's horrible to fight it. What I would suggest is that you actually try to get some substat on accuracy. So what you could also do is Despair Focus, and then still do HP, 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 because his skills are pretty good if they hit the target, like heal debuff and attack power weakened. They're pretty good if they hit, so you might want to go with Despair Focus. Megan, you just want to make him as fast as possible. This should be a speed rune. This should be HP like you have, and this should be either HP or accuracy. I would just go with HP, I think, for now. So make this a speed rune, this HP and this HP, and then try to make him as fast as you can. You want to make him go first so all the other units can go after. Your Tyrone should also run the speed, so you might have to see how high they both are on speed, but since Megan is running at Swift sets, he should be higher. Then we got Rogue. You have him on Fatal Blade. I would make this attack percent, this attack percent, and this attack percent. He doesn't need HP percent at all. He's just an attacker. But if you go with the Cobra Bomber, this is going to be a bit different. He does more damage for each harmful effect, so that's pretty good because you get some units already that put up harmful effects. Actually, every unit in the setup can put up harmful effects, so this skill will hit pretty decent. This skill attacks for 3 times and blocks beneficial effects, which is not bad. This means that people cannot buff. If they do have buffs, they keep them, but still not a bad attack. And the meteor envelopes blows up a bomb in flames to attack random enemies 4 times and inflict continuous damage. So that's pretty good for dungeons overall because it puts up dots. If you put him as lead, he adds 50% accuracy to himself, which is not a bad thing because he will need accuracy a lot. How would I rune him? I would rune him Fatal Focus. And then on 2 I would rune attack, on 4 I would rune attack, and on 6 I would rune accuracy. That's how I would rune him. Because you want to make sure that his skills hit. And if you are going to use him on... no, actually no. I think you would rune him like that. The thing is, he's probably not going to go first, which makes the second skill a little bit worse. But it's still a decent spell. I mean, it's not like it's the worst ever. It's just that the fact that his base speed is not super high and this skill doesn't remove beneficial effects but just blocks them, makes him a little bit worse. If this would say remove and blocks beneficial effects, this would be crazy good. Then we have Belladon. I would rune him. Well, you have him with violent. I would rune him with speed, HP, and then violent focus is a good setup. So speed on 2, HP on 4, and HP on 6. Right now I see that you have a defense rune. I would leave this one on and just find 2 HP runes on these slots. Sorry, an HP rune on this slot and a speed rune on this slot, and leave this on for now because it's violent runes are hard to get. Then we got Darien. I would rune Darien. Definitely I would rune Darien different. He does damage force to your max HP, so that means the higher HP the more damage he does. So what I would rune him with is basically a mixture of runes, but I would definitely go with energy, and then HP on 2, 4 and 6, and then have like energy, focus, energy or something, or double focus energy. It doesn't really matter which runes, as long as he has HP on all the slots like 2, 4 and 6, and you want to try to get a decent amount actually. Right now you have 50, that's a perfect amount, but it might not be too bad if it's a bit lower and you have more HP. So yeah, this is your review, man. I hope I helped you. The team that I went over the team units. I don't go over everything you have because that would take too long. Besides, these are the units you should focus on and get them correctly upgraded, and that's there's no use in trying to focus on everything at the same time. So this is your review, and I'll be right back with the next review. Okay, I'm back with EvansOP, a level 40 summoner. This question, he had a few things going on. First, he told me his arena defense is Bernard, Acasis, Aemon and Sigmarus. I think I disagree with Sigmarus on defense, but I'll go into that when I see his monsters. He's trying out new stuff, I think that's for arena defense then, not 100% sure. Aemon as leader, Darien, Awa and Bernard. So here you already changed Sigmarus out. I think that's the setup is better, but I might still suggest something else. I'm not sure, depending on your units. He's working on his B10 team. I'm working on it. It's gonna be Sigmarus leader, Aemon, Bernard, Shannon and Cases. I think this team will be doing fine. You just need to make sure that you don't get controlled too much because of your resistance being low. But I think your health is high enough, so you probably can do it. Shannon is not ready. Okay. He also wants to change some of his monster build, like Darien, to Revenge Violent or something including Violent. And he just wants some advice on basic things like team setups and all that. When it comes to team setups, I definitely disagree with putting this unit on your defense team. Reason being is he's pretty low on health, he's really slow, so he's probably dead before you can actually use him. Right now you're using Aemon. I think Aemon is a pretty good unit of yours, but he's not having enough crit. You really need to fix that, because this is gonna be crucial. Try to find a new energy rune with crit on it, and a new blade rune. maybe a new violent rune with crit on it. This rune could easily be replaced, because you only have 3 crit. If you just farm for a 3 or 4 star violent rune, you could try to get more crit there. This rune can pretty easily be replaced. You don't need attack, you don't need crit damage, so I would try to find a better rune here. Even if it's just a 4 star, as long as you just need that 100% crit. That's a lot more important. This rune is okay. I would leave it. I wouldn't upgrade it any further, to be honest. This rune is perfect. This rune is perfect as well. So yeah, try to get that 100%, man. That's really important. 88% is definitely not enough. Megan seems a little bit slow. You have a speed rune, so you're probably working on that. Getting her faster. Try to get the substats with speed. Right now I see you have a lot of runes without the subset. Like this rune is attack and it doesn't even have a subset speed, so this is a really terrible rune. I understand this is probably to finish the set, but try to get the correct rune. Just go to the specific stage on the story mode and farm a 4-star HP rune with subset speed. It will take you some time to get that rune, but still that's probably the fastest way to do it. Same goes for like this focus rune, it's just not giving the right amount of stats. And again, here, try to find those subset speed, and 2 speed is still not enough. Try to find something with like +6 or something. Then we got Jojo. Think he's doing fine. He has a bit low accuracy, so maybe you want to get more accuracy substats on some of the skills, some of the runes. But for the rest he's fine, but try to get some substats with accuracy on him. He needs a bit more because he probably misses his bombs now and then. He has like 73% when he does bombs. Then we got the war. The CU accuracy is now 100%. That's really important at this unit. I also see that you're working on it, so that's a good thing. You got an attack rune here. Actually, it's not bad, because you use him for defense. But I would consider a speed rune over an attack rune in this case, because Awa is better at attacking multiple times than attacking one time really hard. So that's what I would suggest. Get a speed rune here. You can use this attack rune definitely on something else. Maybe even on Jojo. He doesn't really need speed, but you could run Fatal. No, I don't know. It might not be the best idea to put it on Jojo. This rune could go on anyone basically. That is an attack unit. Rogue, not too much to say about. Oh, this rune is pretty sick. Crit damage. Crits. Yeah, I like your Beretta. She seems nice. I also like the setup on the cases. She also seems really nice. Shannon, also pretty cool. These units are pretty beastly. Guess that's what you've been working on, right? Got a speed rune there, really nice. This unit is pretty fast. Darian, you want to switch that to violent. I would just, to be honest with you, I would just go for violent focus for now, right now, because you have a 6-star rune here and a 5-star rune here with good substats. So I would just not try to get the revenge runes on him right now, because it's really endgame. That's an awesome build, but I cannot even do that. Like, I prefer to have more health than have the revenge set. This unit is pretty good, but I think you're getting ready for a fusion. Or I'm not even sure. Like if you're not, then this unit is pretty good. If you are, then it's fine to fuse him away, because you can just get her again later on. Yeah. I think you're doing a pretty good job, but you need to work on some of the units when it comes to ruining them. Like obviously Sigamaru is pretty good. I would not change too much about him. Your Amon definitely needs work. Definitely need to get that crit up to 100%. Megan seems a little bit slow. I would consider getting the subset on speed as well. I mean, she doesn't need to be the fastest unit because you have Bernard as well, but you don't want her to be having weird runes. Like if you're not gonna make him really fast, then this definitely needs to be HP percent. Jojo needs a little bit more accuracy. Try to get that in some of the runes. Try to find a rune with substat accuracy, so he's a bit higher on accuracy. Hawa, I think for now it's fine, but I would debate on making this a speed rune, yes or no. Right now I would just leave it like this. Rogue seems fine. Beretta, and these are all pretty good. Darian, just like I told you what I would do for him, the violent. When it comes to your arena defense, you're using right now Amon, Darian, Hawa and Bernard. I would actually consider using a Cases because she's ruined with Despair. That is actually pretty good. A Cases on Despair is pretty annoying for defense. And she fills in the role better than Awa. Because Awa is good, but she's really squishy in a setup where like you have two tanks, like Amon and Darian are two tanks, and then you put in Awa, which is really squishy, which would die pretty fast. A Cases is gonna be a lot better at supporting your units, and stunning is pretty awesome. Like that's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm not sure if you should use Bernard for defense in this setup. I'm not saying you should not, because I would not know what to put in otherwise. Maybe Beretta seems more legit. And then you have a speed leader, Amon, Beretta, Amon, Darian, Cases. That seems better than having the setup you have now. This way, people that attack, like your units are still not 6-star. Not all of them are 6-star and all that, so you probably still lose a lot of fights when it comes to arena defense. But I think the setup overall in later on is gonna be stronger. You have the speed leader, you have a pretty fast Cases with pretty good runes. Both of these units have Despair, so you are gonna stun quite often. Amon is gonna heal up your team, and Darian is gonna keep you safe, kinda. You have the defense break, so I think this team is the best I could think of right now. That is really good. So that's what I would do. I hope this helped you, man. Because this was the end of your review. Yeah, I hope I helped you, and I'll see you guys in a second with the last guy that I want to review right now. So be right back. I'm back, and lol, I was not aware that I pressed play. I just wanted to tell that I don't have Ziggzagon. That's one of the guys that are on my list. Also want to tell, I actually did a review for Nolan Rooney. Not sure if that was the number behind it, but all these guys that are here on the list, I got your request. I'm not sure if you are actually asking for a review or not. If you are, please make a comment, because I don't have you on my list. And it could be that you're just like for me saying something in the chat and you just added me. It could be you don't even know me. So right now I want to ask Ziggzagon. What is his real name? I'll just a sec. I'll just drag this over here. Okay, so Ziggzagon, I need him, and I need resist of pain. You need to add me as well, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So resist of pain and Ziggzagon. I want you to go, if you see this, please request me. I'll do your 2 review, and after that I don't take on any reviews anymore. I will just tell people that they have to wait till the website is up. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!